So one more thing you would need in this is attracting talent, attracting founders from all around the world, right? And attracting students at the same time. Right now, there are about 9,300 students from India and France. You want them to go to 30,000, right? So every founder who's watching this, you have announced F Station in France, made it a big startup world for everyone. So if some founder is watching this, or a student who's 22-year-old is watching this, they want to come to France, then what does France offer, which today a US and UK doesn't offer for the young startup founders or the people who want to build for the future?
A unique ecosystem. First, I want to convey the message to your students, Indian students. If you come to France, you can get access to the best quality universities and high schools, from Polytechnique to Paris Sorbonne, from École Normale Supérieure to a lot of engineering schools. Second, the language is clearly is English. So because I know that a lot of sometimes idées reçues are the fact that you will be taught in French, which it's totally wrong. So you have the opportunity to have obviously all these years in the English language, but you get access as well to the diversity of the language, which is very important. And when you are Indian, you know that, given the number of official language, and this diversity is a source of not just energy but creativity. But you will have the best in class higher schools, English spoken professors and research, access to good ecosystems. And I really believe that France provides the unique mix of a mature economy with a lot of large companies, a lot of institutions. And at the same time, it's a more vibrant, the most vibrant startups and innovation ecosystem in Europe. And third, it's clearly a vibrant place in terms of creativity, culture. And I think it's very important, because when you speak about innovation, never forget the place of culture, art, cinema, and so on. And France is, and this is one of the link we have with India. We are extremely strong in creative and cultural industries, and I think this is it's a very important point, and not to forget to mention fashion.
Yeah,
and this is a unique nexus where you have gastronomy, fashion, creativity, cinema, tech, entrepreneurship, and the old institutions, I would say, in the same place. And this is a unique occasion. And France is a natural entry point in the rest of Europe and continental Europe. But this mix of I would say, assets is quite unique.
You know, French people and France in general definitely has something which we call here is taste. That taste is very, very, like the moment you talk to a French person, the way they think about arts and culture and their ability to judge fine things in life is amazing. That's something to be appreciated, or I'm sure the world appreciates it already. But
thank you for mentioning it. But the French taste indeed is this capacity of mixing a lot of not just competences but art, innovation, and life in general. And this is the approach to say that life is something very special. Being together is something very special. Sharing moments and experience is something very special. And in this world, given the current environment, never forget that the most important thing is to share unique moments and experience.
True. Tell me, apart from culture, arts, taste, okay, we're talking about technology. India leapfrogged in technology when it comes to DPI. Our Agar, UPI, DigiLocker, things like this, we created and escaped the 10 years of financial exclusion and actually now got so many people in the system, right? If you have to bet on one technology for France, which will be your moonshot for 2035, which technology would you bet on that the France will lead and dominate the world in?
First, let me say how right you are when you mention India. I mean, your country is super impressive in terms of indeed leapfrogging, but educating people and training people. I mean, today in India, you train every year more engineers than in US and Europe together.
Yeah.
So it's such a resource. It's unique.
True.
And it means a lot of talents, a lot of people. And on top of that, you leapfrog in terms of education and competences. and you have the same appetite of big emerging countries. And you were right to mention payment system and UPI. And I'm obsessed by that because, by the way, a lot of people are super dependent on US solutions on payment. I mean, it happens that in France, we do have our own solution as well with the carte bleue system. But it's UPI reached such a scale in such a few years that it's very impressive. It's very hard to say what the moonshot will be because you never know. And especially as a president, it's very hard to say it will be this one as a moonshot because it's not a way innovation function. You will probably lose several times, and the one you didn't see will be the one to succeed. I think the most important thing is to be sure that you provide the capacities and all the opportunities for a series of very disruptive innovation to succeed, and to make sure that one of them will succeed, and to accept that a lot of others will fail. And if I accepted to take the risk of your question, I would say probably in quantum. I would say a quantum computer would be where we can take the lead and have